packing 2-0. Had some beasts in the server here today, and I think we'll have to focus on the big name of Yakinda versus ZywOo throughout this. The 1x bet odds favoring Vitality, and a slow start with a pretty standard spread too. Over towards the B-bomb site, Apex and Spinks, the standard combination, and over towards A, the Dastardly Danes and the Woo himself. Yakinda, as per usual, has been able to garner this banana control and is slightly ahead of the pack. The rest of them, the tail of this, Nitro, OC with the util, are now in place to set up for an execute. Apex with a flash and a HE, and Spinks with some armor and a USP.
Yeah, again, classic CT side pistol situation. You need to hit the early headshots or you're not going to stand a chance. Apex, flash out for his teammates, but all the counter flashes are good. There's a nice HE coming out on top. Apex not finding the kill yet, and Spinks is going to get shot down, and that is the opening kill of the grand final. 4 versus 5. Apex falling back into construction, and Megas started to join him a little bit, but so far so good for Liquid. They're going to at least get the bomb plant.
All right, setting up for the retake now. Everybody coming in through the CT or Coffin's positions for Vitality and creeping forward. No kit, have to find some fights, and Magis will. First one hits the deck, 4 on 4.
Good stuff. Oh, Nitro's right back into it. ZywOo and Dupree are left. ZywOo showing up and finally getting to use that gun of his, but Yakinda, I think he crouched right under the gun model. I don't think he could actually see him from his own pistol there. At least Dupree, unwinnable right now. 1 versus 3. That bomb is way too far ticked. Has the dualies, has a bit of armor. If he can try and escape, that would probably be the best. He's going to do some damage on his way out. But again, the round is already conceded. So Yakinda probably going to be dead here, either to Dupree or to the bomb. Doesn't really matter. Liquid, though, will win the pistol round.
Yeah, bang on there. A good one for Dupree. A couple of extra kills. He'll be able to buy into a Famous in the next round to play here if they want to go for a force buy. But using that B-bomb site, something that G2 didn't do an awful lot. And we do have a nice little intimate crowd down here in Malta to watch along. Lige just bounds in here. Combination with OC's flash to get that entry. And then just taking care of business. Because there was no util for Vitality to get back into the site, they were down the man. It was always going to be a very difficult retake. But a scout in ZywOo's hands, that Famous prophesies for Dupree is out now. He can drop the dualies, and well, everybody with a little something going into round number 2. And ZywOo, of course, is going to take a peek here, taking a liberty or two. Doesn't see a whole lot down towards T-stairs.
And Liquid being careful, just like they were in the pistol round, to not just run into anything crazy, which I can understand. We've seen ZywOo already hit some pretty great scout headshots, so you don't want to be giving anything away. They get the revenge, losing Yakinda early on. Spinks is out here. The dually is not quite doing enough. OC is going to be able to clean up a couple of great kills, a triple in fact. And Megas against ZywOo probably, I mean, they can show up and try and put some shots through, but I don't think they're going to be able to win this one. ZywOo's committing really hard to it. I thought maybe he'd just stay at a range and try to, you know, take some shots with the smoke, but he actually wanted to try and go for it. Still hanging around inside of the smoke, in fact.
Yeah, I think because the CT smoke was so late, he thought he had a window to operate with. He can apply some pressure, and if that buys some space for Magis and Banana to find a pickup of a gun, sure, he's got util. A weapon upgrade would be nice here as well. And coming silently, Lige getting caught off guard. Magis cannot connect the dots, and Lige will deal with him. And that should be the round. ZywOo backing off towards CT spawn to hold on to the scout here. So a tidy start for Liquid. Yakinda went down early in Banana there. He got isolated by Dupree. And Dupree off to a good start here on the CT side with 3 kills. We know he struggled yesterday on that T-Hop, but really turned things around in part of that comeback. Now, Yakinda going up Banana, that's going to be part of the default rounds here for Liquid. It's going to be alongside of Nitro or OC, depending on the buys.
Okay.
Kill. And then you're going to have the likes of Naf over towards the apartments, and the Lige, that's second mid boiler type player. On the CT defense, you're going to be having Spinks as the more hard B anchor. You have Apex assisting him, but Apex, you can find him in float a lot. We saw those calls he was making last night over towards A. You're going to have Naf anchoring down. Sorry, not Naf. You're going to have Magis anchoring down towards the pit and short side. And then ZywOo and the likes of Dupree, here, there, and everywhere, right? We saw them rotating B. We saw them flexible between both sides. So it's going to be interesting to see how Apex wants to deploy them here.
You talk about Megas and Dupree, and they were 2 players yesterday that really locked that A-bomb side down in the middle of that comeback in the second half, which is really, really crazy. Obviously, when they were on Mirage, Apex was kind of a weak spot defending the B-bombs, anchoring the B-bomb side. So curious if Liquid feel like they can find something similar. It might be a way more difficult map like Inferno, because he's not going to be alone like that. Okay, well,
Clotheslined him.
And Scout saved, and you think that's not a big deal. What does it really matter? But turns out it is a big deal. He's back for more. We almost could have stepped into that one. Got to be careful. Deagle out here for Dupree. Gonna just be putting in a bit of a shot. But Liquid feeling a slight bit of pressure at the early start of this round. That's less than ideal.
Yeah, it's a good thing they haven't marched too far forward, because the rotation did come back over from Vitality here. But now that there's no more audibles that cut sound, Vitality are now investigating back towards the second letter of the alphabet. Yakinda and Nitro in Banana, Elysian OC top mid. And if they sell a bit of a fake on towards this site, and Yakinda leers forward and he doesn't go down, and he calls some information, then they should be able to waltz in towards A. So just continuing to keep the feet planted here. This is a pretty convincing fake, and yeah, you can see ZywOo biting down on this as well. So Yakinda, he's just going to be the canary in the coal mine, get them that information they require. Perfect work. If he sees anything more, that's job done. Actually, job is already done. They've walked up so far, we can see there's nobody home towards the A site. Bomb should be going down momentarily. Question is, don't give ZywOo a second chance.
Especially with the bomb on the back. Just leave that one alone. It's not worth it. But great call, yeah. They really managed to switch that defense around, push them over to the B-bomb site, and they're going to get the bomb plant here.
These type of rounds get very scary when you give up the opening pick, which is what Liquid did in 2 consecutive rounds, right? So they are a bit wobbly. It's not the easiest to convert, but they kept their cool, and they will... Looking good. It's just damage, name of the game for Vitality now. You can see them positioning themselves so they cannot escape out towards second window, the halls, grab them an AK, just do damage.
Yeah, and new bomb radius definitely having an impact on Inferno these days. Apex going to be fairly close by. But so far, it will be a 3-0 lead for Liquid, so they're going to be quite excited about that. Apex doing a bit of work, and especially with the AK. Yeah, he's going to make a run for it, and he's not going to be stopped either. This is great stuff.
Yeah, a bit of an oversight there from Nitro. Just steps too far forward and gives away a pretty costly weapon. So good find for Vitality, even though they are yet to convert around. But let's see if that changes. Everybody else for Liquid staying alive.
He's on 1 now.
Very fortunate. He did the maths.
99 damage for the bomb.
Here's a fun fact, Anders. dupreeh and Majis, on the Vitality side of things, both have a chance to win their 4th ever ESL Pro League title. So they could make some history here today. I think there's a whole bunch of players who have 3, but they could be the first 2 players to ever grab 4.
4 for 16. That's not
bad.
Not bad.
Yeah, pretty good odds right there. And this is also Yakinda's first ever best of 5 on LAN. He's played 5 best of 5s online and never won a single one.
Okay, so new experience for him. I'm sure he's up for it. Grenades exchanged out on Banana. Yakinda gonna put out one of those Molotovs with the smoke and go straight for it. And that's gonna put some pressure on Spinks. Oh, he's so ready, Yakinda. What an opening this is. If Apex would have stepped out into that, I think Yakinda would have probably had it, and that might have been the end of the round. And remember, this is Vitality's first rifle round. It's real important they pick it up early here.
There's a gap on the right side of that smoke. It'll be on dupreeh's left as he crosses here. Yeah, it's a void. So maybe Apex has communicated that. You can see the way dupreeh swung into it. Now they're going to swap places. Apex over towards the CT side. dupreeh to bunker in towards the site. He does have a bunch of nades here. Smokes, flashes, mollies. As Team Liquid are still testing the water. They've thrown a deep CT smoke as well as a coffin smoke, and Yakinda searching again. This is his bread and butter.
Yeah, it's what he does so incredibly well. That CT side for Vitality when they were playing G2 looked incredible, but if you can't get it started, if you don't have the money to begin with, it will be a problem. Yakinda searching for that kill. He's applying so much pressure just by being here, and now the rest of the team, they're following it behind. There's nobody else anywhere on the map. The entire Liquid squad showing up and putting on the pressure. The Eagles bullet flying through, not going to connect with anyone, but Nitro on the opening to take down dupreeh, and that's probably what they needed. Apex, he wanted to try and search for that bomb plant, and instead, he's going to be found by Elige. Nice little flick there from ZywOo, but it might be too late. Look at who's all the way across the map. Megas, he's not anywhere nearby. He's going to pick up that AK, but surely they won't give him the fights he needs.
Maybe same conversation again. Just do some damage, ZywOo. And if you can somehow walk away with a miracle round here, you've got a lot of time on the clock. If they present you with a duel or 2, we could pretend ZywOo's in a 1-on-3 right now. He's the type of guy who could win it, but Nitro sits him on his ass. Great little response there. And we'll make it a 4-0 start. Good stuff out the gates here for Team Liquid. This is their map choice. Best of 5, marathon, not a sprint, we call it.
Yakinda's ability to stand basically in the main entrance into that B bomb site. I mean, should he be allowed to do that? Is Vitality screwing something up by not sort of finding a way to counter flash him, maybe, you know, dunk on some nades on him? It feels like there's a lot of real estate out there where he's just looking straight into the bomb site.
Yeah, I think their plan was to do what they did to Nico last night, which was stall him out before he even gets past the half wall, and that YouTube didn't really do an awful lot of damage. And a lot of the time, you're gambling on where you're throwing your HEs or your Molotovs to deal with the setup that they're running here. So you're right, he probably shouldn't be able to stand in the mouth of Banana and just take some fights here, but they were expecting an execute to come through, and then they were going to react. They were waiting for that initial play. But Yakinda's just going to contact up. He's just going to take those fights. And that's something that was missing last night from G2's game. Nico wasn't there. He wasn't taking that space. Whether it was the calls or not, either way, it didn't exist.
Yeah.
Spinks might not exist for much longer here. He's low, and we're going to go for a Halls pop. This would be a right call. There's only 2 players over towards short right now.
It's a very important counter nade coming out, though, from that CT side. Apex goes down through the smoke, and that's Yikinda in charge of it, so unfortunate. Otherwise, they did slow it down just a bit. If they had really gone through with the whole spot, you're right, that would have been crushing. It seems like they've slowed it down just a tiny bit right now, especially on that opening kill. Now they're playing 4 versus 5. Oh, nice find. So he's 5-2 right now, but we expect to be saying his name a lot more.
Yeah, well, he's been the best player here at ESL Pro League Season 16. Absolutely no doubt about it. Top of the charts. The desk looks at his stats, a rating of 1.43. You look at the categories where he's topping it in the tournament, it's massive. This is the ZywOo. It was the player that picked up the best in the world 2 years consecutively, and here he is again, just peering out mid. He needs to secure this for the team. They're going to be able to try and slide dupreeh out for some info. Okay, that's 2 kills to the B defenders through smoke from Yikinda. What are you meant to do? How are you meant to cage that?
It's very difficult when someone can actually read your thoughts when you're playing. It's so ridiculous. What an insane play. Now OC's faking that no one's here. That smoke is so good. dupreeh's like, all right, if you're smoking it up, certainly no one's by the tree. Well, surprise. Yikinda won this round on his own.
He did indeed. And if this onslaught continues in Banana for much longer, there's going to be some real issues for Vitality. If they're able to hold on to this AWP and M4, we'll check out ZywOo's spawn in the next round, but maybe tasking him with taking that fight, seeing if he can deal with Yikinda's presence in Banana. Whether it's aggressive or not, we saw yesterday there was a setup being run from Vitality where ZywOo's ult would end up at the B bomb site, but he would just play the CT spawn angle and peek the top of Banana. He wouldn't look down, he wasn't challenging deep. He was kind of hoping that the likes of Nico would come and aim map him because he would have the advantage with the ult versus those rifles. That might be a possible change up here for Vitality, but now it's a 5-0 lead. Max loss bonus has been in play, so there'll be money to drop. There should be another buy for Vitality here, but maybe even a timeout just to remind them, boys, this is map 1. We need to set the tone here for the rest of the day.
Could be real good. 5-0 in favor of Liquid. You know,
it's around Nitro, Elige, now they're all going to love getting stuck in that regard. OC2, of course. The OC supremacy, let's see if that's out on display tonight. They haven't fully invested here. So everybody has a bit of cash left over to go for a gun round in the next round for Vitality, but they've left enough residual, right? They didn't fully invest in U2. You can see Spinks there only with a Deagle in this round. And the AWP not over towards B.
Nope, that's a scout on Apex. Of course, could still do a lot. It's going to be a little bit of a surprise to Elige walking into the shot. Good stuff. And it's going to allow, finally, a bit of a better start for Vitality. They absolutely need to change this right now. Maybe behind that timeout, that's exactly what will happen. They're gambling a little bit on the B-bomb side. There has been a lot of late B hits here coming out from the Liquid side, so it makes sense that they would try and see if they could preemptively catch that.
Well, this is a good call now to rotate back because ZywOo's rotated over towards that B-bomb side to try and fortify things alongside of Apex and Spinks with the weaker weaponry, but now it's these dastardly Danes on the site, the nemesis of Liquid once upon a time, and they were fantastic over towards A with these crossfires last night. Let's see if they can do it again.
Yeah, the problem is, though, if they get wrapped on by Arch, it's going to be a different matter, and the only one that's rotated back right now is Apex with a scout. Not that much stopping power behind it. The USP for the smoke might almost be a little bit better at this point, and he's waiting for it. 30 seconds on the clock, and it will be down to the Danish duo in here. Magisk and dupreeh crouched in Graveyard. One of them, Magisk down. That's a good headshot to begin with, and he's trusting in dupreeh to maybe help him. Apex come charging out. It's looking real good for this defense all of a sudden. Just OC left, trying to fight his way into the site. He's got a couple of good kills right now, and at least will get the bomb plant, but he should not be able to stay alive in this. Gotta be careful here that you don't throw yourself away, Apex. Don't turn this into a 1-on-2. Wait for the team to show up. You do have all of the chances in the world to win this one. Crouched in slowly right now. A little bit of a jump. That's so dangerous. But there's a little bit of a flank coming in. Spinks will take him down. They're able to retake the bomb site. It's a good defense. But I was a little bit worried about Apex there.
But Magisk again, he is doing absolute work from this position, right? 2 maps in a row here on Inferno where he's just a beast from that position. Gets himself up to 4 kills here in total. And just locking them down. That wrap was dealt with very, very tidy fashion. And the first for Vitality now posted on the board. And they're going to have more cash than they know what to do with here for a buy. So both teams to round 7. Completely locked and loaded. Good plan from OC, right? Making sure that they still have that cash bonus going forward. Didn't play this one selfishly. Got the bomb down. Wanted to play for the team in that environment. And back underway. There's no T-side AWP available here. They haven't opted to purchase it. There was enough cash if they required. And ZywOo gonna just take a peek here. Molly hits him in the face and they'll extinguish at his toes, but that'll send him packing for now.
Yikinda again relentlessly taking this banana control with very, very little help from his team. He's just, I mean, he's not getting grenaded that much down anyway right now, but he's so confident in taking these fights. Wouldn't be surprised if he keeps going. Spinks is right there on the other side, and Yikinda will do it again. Don't pop your head out. You're going to get blown up. This is not a good idea, Apex. Oh, man. What a resource. Apex really wants to challenge it, but they know they've already seen it coming. Once he puts out that Molotov, they have a pretty good read on what's coming next. A bit of a gap in the smoke, though. That's a problem. There we go. It's going to get fixed right there. Nice little patchwork.
That could have been extremely problematic now. Dupree and Magisk haven't really moved over towards the A site, so hoping that Apex and Zawu can find something before they consider rotating over. Bomb gets planted, confirms.
They're not even rotating.
We've given it up, and another save. So,
how many rounds did Yikinda won on his own?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, right? The fact that this individual can just stroll up Banana and take those type of fights. I'm not sure what the change-up needs to be here for Vitality. I've suggested Zawu over there. Well, he started there, and then as soon as he took the shot, he thought, that's enough. I need to get out here and rotate back towards A unless, in case they try and pounce on our Danish duo.
I mean, the other plan that they had seemed to make sense, right? If you trusted Magisk and Dupree, then maybe you actually do put 3 people there and you try to take the fight. You triple nade him down there. You really try and get rid of him.
Yeah, I think that opener with Spinks and Zawu on B might have to be the play here, just to really deal with Yikinda. But this is the issue. We're talking about the flow and effects of this, and this is the chess game that is Counter-Strike. Right now, Nitro can make a different move. He can go, well, they're expecting us to do this, so let's do this. So I simplified it there for everybody. But this is where you get to call circles around your opponent, and it comes, are they going to double down? Are they going to try something more aggressive? What is the change-up for Vitality going to be? Because yesterday they were just executed into. The fight would come to them. They didn't really have to do a whole lot, right? They had a couple of aggressive maneuvers, but most of the time it was G2 just running into the slaughterhouse.
6-1. What a surprise. Line shot coming out. Didn't actually see anyone. Just hoping that it was going to be a connection. 3 people at the B bomb site early, but now down to, well, just a couple. Spinks, a very scary jump there.
They are leaving Zawu over towards B. They've actually rotated Apex back over towards that A site. So Zawu can post up on a line with the AWP, and he should have the advantage over Yikinda if he continues heading in that direction. But this is the Halls pop. Flashes at the ready. Here they go.
Yeah, they're going to be real quick about it. Magisk, not flashed for the moment. He's going to get the good spree. Another double kill for him. And Dupree inside of the site. Worried Elige. He does not want to swing that one wide. He's waiting for the team down below to help him out. OC gonna try and step out at the same time. Deep nade around the corner. If a Molotov would have been even better here, but they're gonna find the kills. Nice swing for OC, and they need to be quick about it. Backup is coming in. Apex rotated over from the B bomb side and doing magnificent work in defending. Double kill for him right now. And Elige, not much he could do from this pit position. Smoke up, but Cyber will take him down through the half wall, and it will be another round for Vitality finally.
Yeah, well handled there. The fact that they're unable to get any penetration as they get 2 players out Halls, their trade comes in eventually. There was so much time on the clock. Maybe Liquid should have considered, not full committing in this situation, because once the trade comes in from Elige here, he could have actually gotten to safety. They didn't need to continue committing into the site, but resources might be the biggest issue, thinking, hey, we put everything into this, we have to full commit. But money's still back here for both buys. And what'll be the break point? As we do have the fan cams available. If you want to join them, esl.gg/fancam, join the fun at home.
This time Nitro actually first in on Banana, hiding in that little corner by the tree. But Yikinda's right there with him, so gonna be a little bit of a duo setup this time around. We'll see if they're gonna be able to do anything with it. Cyber's on the other side. They will stop, but he is so quick. And now Spinks flashed in, but it's too much, even blind. It's not enough. Even the flashbangs won't get rid of him, and he knows someone else is around the corner. The confidence is so ridiculous. Nitro to pick up the kill, but with the assist on Yikinda, and they're not even going to get close. Another round entry, either on B or on Banana, by Yikinda. It's so good.
Crazy. It's crazy. He's 4-1 in opening duels this early on in the game. And if this continues here, Vitality have some real problems. They even tasked Zywood with that, and the boost up and over wasn't expecting that. Because at this point, like, we know we joke about this stuff, and it's fun, it's memes, but it's Yikinda, go take Banana control.
But also, think of the counter, right? You have the AWP, you've got the rifle, forward for protection, you've got Apex behind with flashbangs, and all of that. That's like a triple-layered defense that just gets completely cut down.
Yeah, destroyed. They don't even get a chance, right? This is the thing. It's not like they're taking the initial exchange and go, oh, we did some damage and we stalled them out with a molly, let's drop back, let's take a new fight. The first fight they take is the last fight they take.
Oh, man.
This is really hard to deal with right now. And the issue is, Vitality's T-side wasn't much chop yesterday, Anders, remember?
No,
they had
really
needed clutches from Zywoo and Spinks combined. The ace from Zywoo, Spinks with a 4K. It was mental rounds. And look at this. Just jumps on the head, gets the frag, and out he goes. The crosshair placement, immaculate every single time, and even blind. Grabs that one. They helped out Vitality as far as the finances go. Another buy, the Orbs out, residual cash, max loss, well, max loss bonus not in play just yet. We're pretty damn close. And oh, come on, mate. This is just getting absurd now.
At least they got him in return, but
look who the body is. It's Magis. They know it's not a B defender.
Yeah.
That's information. That is huge information. You've just unraveled your best A anchor. He's gone.
Yeah. Yeah, they could guess a lot behind that. What an absolutely absurd performance this is. If not for the Molotov, he gets away with it too. Nitro. Pretty deep nade down there. They've left Spinks. He was for a minute at the bottom of Banana, but he's starting to slowly creep on back towards that half wall and maybe even into the B bomb side. Yeah, they want to make sure. They are a little bit worried about that A defense. I can't really blame them. So Spinks in charge of doing this. And then a 3-man setup over at the A bomb side. Pretty common configuration when you're playing this 4-on-4.
You know what's crazy? I just did the maths before the kills came in for this round. Both teams with a scoreline of 7-2 had 24 kills.
Wow. And yet, they win all the rounds.
And yeah, they're getting owned.
Yeah, but the entries make such a difference, right?
Isn't it crazy? Oh, dear. Okay, this is a gap. They've been able to pip it. Oh, Leash. He didn't see anything, but they saw him.
Yeah, they did. Oh, this is very awkward. OZ, caught setting up, spinning around as well. Naf not able to take down Apex. And what a Molotov. That's beautiful work. Apex cooking Elige down there. And now Nitro 1 versus 4. That is... That's a very proactive play. There's something like that they needed.
They've solved it. They just need a blood sacrifice.
Yeah,
right?
that's it.
You will die, but as long as we take your Kinder with us, we will convert the round. So the blood sacrifice every round required from Vitality. Here, Magis this time round. Let's see who they offer up to the Yakinda God of Banana in the next, because it's really getting out of hands. That was another opening kill for him. What's he, 5-1 right now? So he's just blowing them out of the server in that regard. Has more opening kills than all of Vitality do. They have 4 in total. Yakinda has 5 of the 6 that are currently attributed to Team Liquid. So you know that he's getting stuck in. We've highlighted this throughout. The Jess spoke about if he doesn't perform like he has done so far in the EPL tournament thus far, then Liquid are just going to have to consider an eco. It's looking a bit more direct here towards Banana. Nobody's gone towards second middle at all. Normally Naf is over towards alt mid, patrolling, making sure players can't get away with information like this. So Magis, because he peers out, crouches down. Nade, and he's going to peek behind it. They should be caught sleeping. Huge from Magis. The double ups there. Eventually the trade through, but that's so much damage done early.
That is a massive risk to take if you're Magis, but it works out just so well. 3 versus 4. 2 on A, 2 on B. And nobody really, I mean, they threw some nades in their Vitality early on, but they really never went out onto Banana, just probably, you know, for obvious reasons. You want to try and stay away from that right now. Yakinda's out here still, toying around with it. Like we said, it's dangerous because if you don't fight him here, you give him the space instead, and then he is going to come and fight you ultimately. There's no choice in which you're not fighting Yakinda, unfortunately.
They're executing for him. He's just going to hard entry here. Everybody else is setting up the util, or at least they were. Elige finding a new position to throw the goods. Flash over, Molly there. Yakinda steps forward. He's going to play through the smoke.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Apex finds that one. Elige trying to see if he can follow it up, and he did a lot of damage, but this might be a little bit too late. There's already a flank coming in as well. OZ's going to be going down. Elige, he's trying the best that he can. Good double kill.
He can win this.
He's picked up. Yeah, he could actually win this, especially because he does still have that HE. Could maybe slow them down just a tiny bit. They're both coming in from Banana at the same point. He's got a pretty good angle back here. Let's wait and see. Molotov to put some pressure on him. That'll force him out into the open. Dupree ready and waiting for it, and he'll find it. Good headshot from Dupree. A little bit scary for a minute there, but it will be a 4th round for Vitality.
Yeah, good understanding of the situation. They didn't rush it. They used the util to eliminate some key spots. Unfortunately for them, that's exactly where Elige was residing. So a good one, and we discussed cash being a problem. Well, that plant, that's massive in the context of this. It means that Team Liquid will get out another buy just. Maybe some Galils to go with the AKs, but Elige with a very good attempt here, considering he was the last man standing during all of this.
Maybe
with the final kill.
A lot of other players would not have walked through the smoke like Yakinda did, but we all knew he was going to do that, and in Apex certainly it seemed like he knew as well. So good read, good spot from him.
This is interesting. It's just Yakinda with the AK here. Now, one of the keys is he's going to go for the banana control. He might have to use this smoke, yeah, quite defensively to give him something to work around. He has teammates to call for flashes. OC being the closest by, but he's going to relinquish control of this and maybe start searching elsewhere. The double nades have come through. So, hey boys, they've double naded. I've dealt with any of the early pressure here. Maybe we can still finish towards this B bomb site. We have 2 smokes, 2 mollies, 2 flashes in play. That's enough for a B set piece.
Oh, it most definitely is. With those Tech 9s, you never know. We got a lot of speed behind it too. They're trying to put some pressure on the middle portion just to sell it as much as they can. Haven't found any real targets yet, unfortunately, but yeah, they're clearing it out. They're creating the space and leaving Vitality in the dark just a little bit. Yikinda's still outside of the B bomb site, looking for anything. They're staying real far away from that fight. I don't even blame them. Gotta be a bit careful now, though. Again, look at how much map control he's having on his own with almost no backup. Finally, some people started to show up, but he's basically on the bomb site. Speaks back here, holding a smoke, expecting a Molotov. There is one on Naf, so there could be one coming. Goes way on the other side. There's the early peek from Yikinda. He's ready for more. Yeah, good read on him. Apex is going to be going down. Spinks, it's a double. But they still win the bomb site. 3 versus 3. And Vitality, they've had a lot of saves. You imagine this time they probably want to fight for this.
Oh, considering they should have the weapon advantage right here. There are defuse kits in play, sure. Plenty of time on the clock, and they're getting over here in time. But Nitro, they have to flush him out first. You need to get this Ruins control.
Flash, nobody gonna touch him. Don't get too close to that Tech 9. He's ready for it. Great headshot, and could have easily been a double. Simon and Dupree, you got to be quick with this here. You had to rotate in from the A bomb side. It's quite far away. Flash up on top. Naf spinning around. They're both right there, and they line up for him. Beautiful way to win the round, and 8 on the board for Liquid.
Yeah, quite flustered there from Vitality, right? That's not the type of round they should be losing here. So Yikinda gets the banana control. He's calling out all the util that's being used. They use that top mid pressure to flush Vitality back into more passive positions. And when you hear all the pistols, you don't want to be peeking short. You don't want to stick around close towards the long side because you don't want to give up a gun. And then Yikinda walks all the way in and takes that initial exchange. The biggest issue is they're playing like a smoke molly defense.
Yes.
With that smoke that Spinks has, he's hoping for an execute so he knows to drop it. Otherwise, you're waiting for Apex to take contact, and he was so far back that by the time they take contact, they're already scaling in. And speaking of already in, Yikinda and OC combined for Apex's death. Banana is theirs again.
Is so aggressive, relentlessly aggressive. Vitality know it's coming. They've tried to plan for it. They've tried to figure out a way to stop it, and they cannot. It's not been possible throughout the entire stretch of this first half.
Look at this rotation. Zywoo here, alongside of Magic, it's just Dupree on A. So if Liquid call this off for once and actually go back towards the A site now, there'll just be one defender. It's going to rotate back, drop in the util. The information play had to come at some point. A little bit too quiet over towards the top of Banana as they nade forward. If Yikinda could just throw a flash just to keep them on their toes, that might be enough to hold them here.
Yeah. They don't seem to be wanting to rotate down the bottom of Banana all the way, Vitality. They're kind of sticking up there. But here it comes. Nice timing. Nitro nearly get the bit of Magus inside of the pit as well. Dupree is ready and waiting, but he's the only one with any real health. They're actually in a lot of trouble. Still 40 seconds. Yikinda going to join the fight all the way from the middle. And trying to see if they can get the boost over. Coming through. Spinks on the double, and that might be what it takes to save the day here. 3 versus 3 and 30 seconds left, and Spinks just keeps on going. Pistol's out now instead. He's already got the triple. Nearly the quad, but he gets shot down. And just like that, Liquid back in the lead. Zywoo now all on his own. Smoke is going to be fading soon. And they don't have any more nades left on the T side, so all he has to do is find the head of somebody, and maybe he could turn it into a one-on-one, but they're going to peek him. Yikinda are able to take him down. The aggression never stops. And it's one more round for Liquid.
I can't believe they're swinging on him in that situation. They know it's Zywoo, and they just wait for the smoke to fade, peer out, and take that fight. That is wild scenes right there, but that is Vitality broken extremely late here on this CT side. Real chance for Liquid to get an 11-4 half on the T side of their map pick. That would be phenomenal going into the halftime break. But this from Spinks, right? Magisk is peppering them, right? And he's hearing the tags, And once you know they're committed to that type of a boost, Spinks has to initiate. He makes the play, knocks them off the totem pole. I still can't believe Yikinda went for that fight.
Yeah, but it definitely hasn't been the most active game from Zywoo, so maybe Yikinda's also thinking, all right, if he's going to have a slightly slow game, I mean, it's a best of 5, probably he won't be quiet for all 5 maps, so now is the time to really abuse it. Good headshot. But it is another entry for Yikinda if you're keeping score at home.
6-1.
Stupid, isn't it?
I think all of them, maybe bar one, have been over towards Banana. Right? It's been Banana and B, go. Just go kill. It's such a luxury to have. crazy that it's on display here in the grand final, because Vitality, when they're watching the demos, this is the player that they're looking to counter. Right? Exactly so. Like, you're going to spend a lot of your resources, right? They have a deep coaching staff over there at Vitality to try and deal with this type of stuff, and they haven't been able to find a single solution on the Vitality side to deal with him. So
doesn't that make it worse, though, that you watch the demo, you know what's coming, and it is what's coming, and you still can't stop it? Like,
well, this is the thing, like the crazy details with Inferno and the meta in Banana is it's constantly shifting. All different teams have different ways to take control. But Yikinda's, I know, oh, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage indeed. Okay. If they consider going for this, Zoe has a USP and 5-7 for Dupree. They're both coming over.
yeah, it's one of those might as well type situations, you know, just see if you could find something. What a round this would have been if Apex got all 3 kills right there with the Deagle.
That would have been crazy. Bit of a happy moment.
Yeah.
A bit more spammy.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But didn't work out that way.
Okay, well, Pyro has a scout. I'm sure that's not something that he wants to hold on to, but maybe see if he can do some damage. That's really, at this point in the game, I don't even know if that counts for much. Just going to pad the stats, I would say. I guess at this point, if you're Vitality, hey, let's call 4 players over. Let's light Banana ablaze. Let's force down. Let's take full control. Let's see if we can win the fight against Yikinda.
It's just, the problem, though, is there have been rounds in between some of this where they have just waited at the bottom of Banana for grenades. So if you do that in one of those rounds, you feel like an idiot, too, because
yeah, it's true.
Just throw everything and they're just waiting in T-ramp saying, yeah, great, you just spent 3 Molotovs and 5 HEs and we're just here chilling. So, but I mean, they need to do something.
Yeah. Maybe just a mid-crunch, right? Take the fight elsewhere.
That makes sense.
The Magic's aggressive maneuver, where he went out window and got 2 kills. That worked, right? A different option, not just taking the fight in Banana or not just losing Banana, but they're going to do a 3-man opener towards B. Let's see if they can finally cage the beast.
Yeah, he slowed down for like 2 seconds, you can know. He's like, all right, I've stood still long enough. I need to move. Not any damage from that one. So far, so good. Well done. They get a nice HE on him. I don't think it'll necessarily slow him down. That doesn't seem to be how his brain works, but it might make it easier to fight him.
Yeah, well, this reaction for them, as soon as they see the half-wall utility come out, if there's a second, they're going for this apartment pop again. They did this last time round.
Oh, 1 good flash and this is over. All they need is 1 good flashbang. And the problem is, well, now they're going to Molotov it down, but I hate this setup when you're by the hay card on the CT side, because if you hear this footsteps, you spin around and turn for it, and you're actually looking into the flashbangs that are coming from middle. So it's so hard, I feel like, to defend it, but they do slow it down.
There's some real mind games going on here. I swear that last time round, they went for a horse pot when the half-wall utility came out again. So again, they apply the pressure, they don't commit, and it's drawn the rotation exactly like Team Liquid would have liked to. So all they had to do was show the body. If they found the kill or a fight came their way, maybe they could have full committed, but they're being very reactive right now to what's being pushed out by Vitality. And a read again. Vitality have gone, it's too quiet. They have to be going back to Beast. The rotation point is over. 3 players, one more time, find themselves back over towards the B side, but Liquid aren't committed.
No, they're not. 3 people. Just Yikinda here. He hasn't even really shown himself. This is, again, going to be down to that double setup. Let's see if they can actually make it work. It's been real good whenever he's had a fight. That's the bomb on the ground. 15 seconds. They need to run. Someone has to pick up that bomb and just go for it. OC getting caught setting up with a nade. 10 seconds on the clock. Dupree gets knocked out. Magus all on his own. And I think he just won the round. I don't think they can find the bomb and plant it. That is beautiful. Just a fantastic triple for Magus. Get a 10.
This resurgence of form is what we want to see. The North Americans back at the top of the totem pole. Oh, this is a bit of a standard pistol. Naf playing for info. 1xBet odds have drawn ever closer here. Yikinda, classically the point man in Banana. He will be holding this side of the map alongside of Nitro. There's so much utility for an execute here. 3 smokes, 2 mollies, 2 flashes. Let's see if they get to use them.
Dualies, though. Couple of sets, one of them at the B-bomb site. So you put down the smokes and try and see if you can play around with those dualies. Could be a little bit annoying. Nice tool to have. They're all grouped up out on Banana right now. Vitality ready to go. And the Molotovs, though, be hard for Liquid to dodge. They can't really do much about that. So interesting to see how this plays out. Oh, what is happening? How did he get that kill? Oh, no. Dooley's up on top, and OC will only get the 1, but I swear he was blind. 3 versus 3. Yikinda right inside of the smoke now. Bomb is planted out in front, and might have heard them stepping away. 3 on 3 for the afterplant, though. No kit inside at the moment, so Going to be down to the USP shots at this point.
So close.
Yeah,
I don't know
he
he's
is.
here.
They definitely don't know. What an absolutely cheeky play coming out. They do peek him, and it's a great peek for Magus. Nice to return. They finally shut him down. Elige and Naf on the retake. Now it'll be very, very tricky to try and find it in time. The duel is doing great work, and oh, they actually do. Double kill for Elige with those dual Berettas. And now that they win this round, you have to assume they're well on their way to winning the opening map.
Yeah, 100%. This is looking fantastic now. Both pistol rounds, Yakinda again with another opener at Banana. And that's the difference maker right there. You saw Liquid, when they were able to take B control on their pistol, they actually got the opening kill, and they were set up in a number advantage. Here it is. Bang. So falling into his demise right there. That's a tidy shot. But just got a little bit of a fun fact. Here it is one more time for everybody playing at home. Jumping, 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 and wishes they never... Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough.
I do that all the time.
We take those. We definitely take those. It's a force buy back for Vitality, Virtue of the Plan. I was hoping for like a timeout or maybe an eco, because I have a fun little tidbit storyline here. It's nothing major pertinent, but we can
got time.
Well, SEO, Ben, our stats guy, he's been digging through, obviously, the trio of Dupree, Magisk, and Sonic in 2019, 2018 as well, went up an awful lot. Hold up, let me hold my breath.
He just needed to get entry.
Sorry, guys. Back to regular programming now. Going up against Liquid over their time. They have a collective tally for this trio versus Liquid in grand finals. They are 9-1 in series. This is grand finals only. 9-1 in grand finals in series. That goes 23-6 in maps. So they were very dominant in these grand final victories, in case everybody forgets.
They've been shutting them down. So if this works out for Liquid, I mean, remember, it is a best of 5, so you don't want to be reading too much into in one particular map. But still, if it goes the way of Liquid, that'll be something.
The thing is as well, it's a little bit of a curse, or maybe not a curse, but something that Liquid have known, right? When they go up against these players from Astralis, that they were never able to get past them. And that was prime Liquid, right? That was Liquid when they were the second best team in the world to the greatest of all time to ever do it, Astralis. And you mentioned best of 5s. In strictly best of 5s, it's 4-0 to the ex-Astralis trio, 12-2 in maps.
And they really have been keeping them under their foot for a long time. Liege getting traded there by Spinks. Naf up on that tiny ledge, and that's a really hard position to check if you don't know. You can end up finding another kill on Spinks, and it's going to be the round for Liquid. Attempted to try and put some pressure on here, Vitality, but it does not really work out for them. They're falling way behind. This is now turning into a very one-sided affair.
It's 8-1 in opening duels. I know I'm just repeating numbers, guys, but the fact that he has been able to open up that key area of the map this consistently is insane. Like, absolutely insane. 8-1.
I'd find that acceptable. I think it's pretty good.
Boy, oh boy.
I can't believe it. It's so rare. If you don't know at home, that's very, very rare.
Oh, dear. Well, this will be round...
Oh, nice.
Didn't get an entry! Hooray!
It's turned around.
Okay, the whole game shifted now, guys. 16-12. Watch this.
They've broken the spell. I will try to really press his luck, running and shooting with the Deagle.
I'd celebrate just for that, really.
Yeah. Maybe take a timeout in the middle of the round and just be like, yeah, order the champagne. But they only have the pistols, though. So even getting that entry is decent. But they need to keep it going. Find maybe one more.
Yeah, what's next, right? Nitro is trying to be a bit jarring, jumping behind this half wall, and he's considered his luck over. We'll rescind control, drop back towards the site, and he's on his own. So there is a real chance right now, if Vitality were to group up and use this scavenged MP9, they're going to head back themselves. OC with a little delivery of utility. Thank you very much, Nitro says, and they lock down this site with the 3 rifles. OC, Arch, Elige over towards Moto, and Naf in the pit.
That pit position, he has a Molotov as well, and with 35 seconds, he can throw that near the hay cart, and he has a lot of space if he wants to swing and try and fight Arch instead, so gonna give him a little bit of room. OC catching, Magus trying to get there. They actually will find the kill down in the pit. Oh, this is working way too well. Saibu finding his 3rd kill of the round. And Nitro, they know that he's gonna be coming in from this bomb side. It's not gonna be a surprise. Wow, this is well done. Triple for Saibu, who's been very quiet for this map so far.
Well, I was trolling, right? That should be the celebration in itself to do with the Yakinda kill, but look what it opened the door to, right? That reposition of OC just to drop off the utility. He was like a courier in Dota right there, taken out of play for the moment, drops that util, comes back. The biggest issue, Naf was jiggling over towards the bike position. When he mounted on top of the bike to take a different angle, they slinked past him. And
yes.
Apex actually found that perfect timing to get close ahead of his incendiary towards the short side. ZywOo activates here for 2 more kills. And this is a bit reminiscent of yesterday, where ZywOo had, it wasn't ace yesterday, but a massive impact on a low buy round exactly like this. So if anything's going to get you back into the game, it's probably going to be around like that. 2 M4s and an AK carried through an MP9 as well. On the other side, money is questionable for Liquid going forward, but that's a tidy round to win, especially in the context of it being a best of 5, right? One of those is like they're going to creep in more and more as we get to the 3rd, 4th, and 5th maps here of this series.
They really, really badly needed a round like this.
Oh, okay, first bullet.
Yeah, it's out. It's done. One more. Ready. Catches another player. Not a headshot, but still. What, 3 bullets, 3 kills?
You like to see it, especially from the Woo. So good that he's activating now in the server. And Liquid, I think they understand the type of lead that they have. I'm just going to take a pretty humble round here. Nitro with his saved MP9. Everybody else with USPs or a P250 here for NAF. So this should be a way back in for Vitality. And we know they're good on the comeback trail.
They had better be
wrong a lot, haven't we, Anders, in apps? Right?
Yes.
But the problem is there's no 5-7. That seems to be the answer.
That is usually how you do it. Yeah, just the USPs. It's doubtful that that's going to be playing out. Yakinda's also here with a USP of his own. Eli's just going to find a couple of them. Hold the phone. Yakinda's right there in front, and now they got the MP9 as well. Good little flick from ZywOo. Oh, he's got such an incredible read. Very well done. Molotov surely going to be the end of Nitro. Well, Apex before that. So they managed to negotiate their way out of that round, but it almost completely spiraled out of control.
Now imagine how many Eli's could have got with a 5-7.
That's true. Good point.
Maybe all 5. You never know. But only a 5-round lead now. Only, we say, it is the T side for Vitality having to get into action late here. Guns available now. AWP for OC. Good to see him getting that out early, right? It's been some questions from the desk, right? What, you know, get the AWP in the hands of OC, especially here. Maui was talking about his jump in performance from the group stage to the playoffs. He has been much better over here in the playoffs of ESL Pro League.
Touched by a nade out there.
This is interesting. You know how I've said that the B setup with Yakinda and Nitro is in play? Well, they've actually put OC's AWP over there. That means they're starting with 3 players towards A. Elysian and Naf are already in quite a passive crossfire back towards site and pit. And Yakinda is here to respond very quickly as well. And it looks like Vitality are making a call to hit this A bomb site. It's only Magisk and Banana just flirting for some information, but this looks like they want to go 3 holes Apex to initiate them from mid with some util.
They need a really good nade down here. That flashbang wasn't it. Good opening defensive kills coming out. Naf and Elige making this look very powerful. There is some money still left on the Vitality side, but they're going to be really worried about losing a round like this. ZywOo trying to claim the round back, and he'll take down Yakinda. But the bomb, it's in an awkward position, Chad.
Yeah, this is going to be hard to get to. The rotation of OC and Nitro is still coming back over, so this is the window of time. Vitality need to push the issue, and now.
Yep, they do. 45 seconds. Last remaining members of Liquid are starting to show up. Apex, good little kill, but Elige lines up for a double. And Magisk is on his own. 30 seconds, and OC just standing there waiting for him with the AWP. That's a 13th round for Team Liquid. They're 3 away from winning the opening map of this grand final.
All handled there. Should be enough for Vitality to drop some guns across and maybe take a timeout here as well before this map gets too far away from you. Have a chat now. Just try and set yourself up for the home stretch. They have just called the timeout after. Oh, this aggressive Yakinda. Okay, sat down. Big one from Apex there. It looked like he wanted to drop back immediately. Like, started running and then was like, I made a mistake.
Yeah, something made us change his mind. Spinks ready for that one, but not able to get the kill. He had the right idea, right crosshair placement and everything, but Elige takes him down. So that momentary advantage taken away, and they're rotating quick over to the B-bomb side. They feel like something could be coming in. From the looks of it, they're not really wrong. The Molotov, though, slows them down. It's almost a little bit of a shame. They almost should have wanted them to keep going here.
Yeah, you're right, actually. I think that they would have fully committed towards this site here, so they blocked them, sure, but the stack came over for a reason.
Yeah.
They've sent them packing for now. I would say the biggest key of all of this is that was the full execute of Vitality. So that's everything they had. Right now, it's a flash and a smoke. It's So they have to work with a lot fewer pieces of kit here. But there are gaps available on the map. We can see if we look at the radar right now, there's no information available for Team Liquid top mid unless OC continues to search forward, which he actually is. So they can keep this two-man setup towards B, and OC could even rotate back towards Banana right now if you'd like.
Almost wish Nitro was a little bit deeper so he could see what was coming, because Nav has grenades that he could use if they need to, so... But not if he's way too far back. Yeah, he's going to put it up. That's good. That's a really good job on the Molotov there. Nitro sees it coming, and a good read it was. Taking down Apex, 20 seconds on the clock. They're trying to recommit, but like you pointed out, they don't have any more nades left really on the Vitality side, and they're getting absolutely chewed up trying to get into the bomb site. 14 rounds on the side of Liquid as Naf picks up that final kill.
Feels like they're coasting a bit here. This hasn't been too stressful for them. Sure, they lost to that Deagle round a little bit early, but the first half was fantastic. T-half round after round after round, the luxury of having Yakinda find those banana kills. Now, as we do look forward in the series, we have Vitality's map choice of Dust 2 coming up next. So that'll be an interesting affair. We haven't really been able to see Zyro get too activated with the AWP just yet. He can do it with the rifle, but Dust 2 is going to be a bit more of an Orpa's paradise. So we'll have to see Vitality come online then. Because I know there's the grand final, there's a chance they can come back, but Liquid are just looking dominant right now on their map choice.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? And it's not just Yakinda. There's also Elige. He's up there at 17, 18 kills, just as I say it. Taking out Magus, who's otherwise the star performer on the Vitality side. Don't have any real money this round, so obviously going to be hard to fight back on it. Very likely going to be straight to 15 here for the Liquid side. But yeah, between Elige and Yakinda, that's a powerful duo to be up against. Way too much, it seemed, in this map, at least, for Vitality to be able to do anything. Yakinda's back in the middle, trying to see if he can find some kills of his own. Too committed. Yeah, they're taking turns. It's a very gentleman-like battle they've got going on here.
Yeah, feeding them, just allowing them all to get a kill or two. And OC will take two. Let's see if he can make it the third. Standing stalwart emitters, Dupree, the shot lands. The second was a beaut, but Yakinda will finish things off here. A little showing now for Liquid. This is the thing. If Yakinda becomes the role model, Anders, right, back in my day, my mum would say, "Stop sitting so close to the telly. Your eyes are going to go square, right?" Like because you were sitting.
I've heard that, yeah.
Well, now he's so close to the screen that he cannot actually see the outline of the screen, so his eyes will go Counter-Strike.
That's true.
You see?
He's not. The problem isn't even like the 4x3 thing. It's that he just actually can't even see.
He physically has to turn his head to look at the radar. It's wild.
But it's working. Who can judge him?
True.
He's a monster. Nice flick on to Magus. Yakinda's down the middle. Cheated out of the entry by OC, unfortunately, but still, you get the idea. Oh, and Zyro gets knocked out. Couldn't even see anything there. Apex and Spinks to try and save this map, looking like that's not going to be possible on any level. What a grotesque performance from Liquid.
Yeah. Phenomenal scenes. I guess maybe you frame this from the Vitality standpoint. At least it was quick. They can conserve some energy for the future maps because if they want to continue this now, it would have to be a 4-map affair, right? It's the first team to pick up 3 maps in the best of 5. And Apex and Spinks together here. They both got X's in their name. Let's see if they can be the X factor that they're looking for. Another crazy comeback from 15-7. It's been done before.
It's been done before. Certainly lacking a lot of the energy. Flashed into the middle. Elige will take him straight down. And Apex 1 versus 5 to try and hold on. Naf with the